Okay, welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston. The late R&B singer Luther Vandross left a huge impact on the sound of R&B. And we want you to know, I've got the wonderful guest here today who's going to tell us all about a wonderful event that's happening. And AKA King Hollywood is here, and Mackie Moore of Thrive, South Carolina. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, AKA, tell me about this wonderful event.
Well, it's June 28th at Charleston Music Hall. I'm bringing in Danny Clay, which was discovered by Steve Harvey and Tyler Perry. So Danny Clay is a guy, actually he was incarcerated, okay? And when he went to jail, he couldn't sing. And he developed this voice while he was in jail, you know, and he came out sounding like Luther Vandross. Wow. So on the day that he, you know, got out of jail, you know, it's the same day that Luther Vandross passed away. Oh, wow. And, you know, Steve Harvey started taking him on tours. This, you know how Steve Harvey do this singing thing on the radio? Yes. And he sounded just like Luther. So I said, well, you know what, let's do a tribute to Luther Vandross. And I found that guy in Queen Atterbury. Queen Atterbury. Good friends with him, and she's like, I got his cell phone number in my phone, you know, so she gave it to me. I called him, we set it up. This is actually the second show in Charleston. And so I said, well, let's try Charleston Music Hall. So we're taking it downtown, and it's going to be a wonderful event. Okay. Yeah. Now, Mackie Moore, Thrive, South Carolina, how did you get involved in all of this?
Well, I started Thrive about 4 years ago because women and children and family pets that were abused in the home had no place to go. And if they went to an emergency shelter, they only had 60 days, and then they were turned loose. And to me, it takes at least 60 days to kind of recover enough from an experience like that just to be able to think clearly. So I started Thrive, which is transitional housing and services for women and children, and then we also take the family pets, because a lot of times women or children won't leave the home without their furry family member, and it keeps them there in the abuse. So we worked out a way to be able to take the pets as well. Wow.
So,
yes, sir.
So with the event and how Thrive got involved is I've done a lot of events in Charleston, and I never gave back to the community. So, you know, with Luther Vandross, you know, singing about love, and with domestic violence, you know, you want to love that person instead of fighting that person. So I said, well, let me start with Thrive SC and give a portion of the proceeds from this event to Thrive SC so she can continue to do what she's doing. And so we met, it was almost like my big sister, you know, and we just got the same type of views of what's going on and how we can do more things together. Okay, so now Danny Clay, he's going to be on my show also today. Yes. Oh yes, we're going to talk to him. But he's doing like a Luther Vandross tribute. So yeah, they're doing a Luther Vandross tribute. Actually, he does it all over the world. He has this big in Amsterdam. And as of right now, I think when he first started, the original Luther Vandross band got together and said, okay, hey, this dude really sounds like Luther, so let's get behind him and make it official. Okay. And but what we're going to have is Charleston's own band, which is called the Black Noise Band. That's, what you say? Yeah, J.T. Rawlinson and Greg Looney and Stephen Washington and Levante Green. Chris Williams is actually playing saxophone. Wow. Yes. Now, who's invited to attend this event? Everyone that loves Luther Vandross. You know, that's young, that's old, that's well, I'll say this. I like Luther personally, all right? I remember when my mom was going to a Luther Vandross concert at the Coliseum when it was first built. And I'm like, well, who's this Luther? You know, and I like old school, good grooving soul music. And so if you haven't seen Luther Vandross or never heard him in person, this is a great opportunity to come and hear. Well, it's something about Clay. It's just something about his voice. Yes. Yes. When he sings a song, it just mellows you out. It does. It takes you to a. I'll say this: if anybody that has gotten married on a Luther Vandross song, this is a memory.
A lot of people have.
And I'll now say this theory. If you got married to Luther Vandross, you probably didn't get a divorce.
Thank you, a.k.a. King Hollywood and Mackie Moore of Thrive, South Carolina, for being here on Bounce Around Charleston. Okay, the Luther Vandross Tribute Concert Tour proudly is supported by Souls Music and Events. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to Thrive, South Carolina, which is a nonprofit organization. This experience will take place Friday, June 28th at Charleston Music Hall. The show begins at 7 p.m. Tickets can be found online at www.charlestonmusichall.com. Okay, and coming up, we're going to be talking to Danny Clay.
Yes.
And finding out what his role is in all of this.